Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Exploring Careers in Tech. And today I'm joined by Christi Maherry. She's a tech leader, and we're just going to ask her more about her career journey and how she got to the point that she is as a female. As you know, we don't have much females in this field. Welcome, Christi.
Yeah, thank you, Leslie.
Christi, can you please just tell us more about yourself? Like, how did you get to the point that you are in, and what were kind of like your obstacles?
It could be a long story. I'm a bit older. Yeah, so I started my career in the intelligence sector many moons ago. Very exciting because it was in the time when Nelson Mandela, actually did his protection, his VIP protection.
Wow.
Agent as well, or one of the people on his team. After I left, I wasn't actually sure what next, because the skill set that I had was not really employable.
Okay.
So I remember going to the RAND show, and I bought a computer, and I was like, how to switch it on, So I did some IT courses. I did an A+ and N+, and and then I was lucky to get into a digital company, at Versatile at the time.
Okay.
So that's where the career started. I think throughout my career, being a woman in the cyberspace, you continuously have to break down barriers for other women to follow, because it is a very male-dominated environment. But I think, for young people, I think it's the best career that you can have, because there's a shortage of skills in cyber that you can't believe. So you cannot fill the positions enough worldwide. So if you go and you study cybersecurity, and it's not, you don't need to be good with maths, Cybersecurity is such a wide range. You can do from coding right through to being analytical. Just by growing up in South Africa, we're already analytical. Because the whole time you check, somebody following you. We have
it's just, yeah.
No, so you just
need to be on board.
Guy that's street savvy in cyberspace. And that's what you do, because if you do work in a SOC, for instance, you monitor networks. So you look at where there's anomalies, where things are different. And that's when and the tech assists you with that, So if you just have that mindset, you don't just, what you see is what you get, you question things, then it's definitely a career to get into.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's I would recommend it for a lot of people to do it.
Interesting. So you said you started your career, you kind of went the natural route. Did you go to university, or you just did basic courses and then certifications to get maybe into the field itself, maybe, and then later on advanced your qualifications?
Yeah, so I do believe in being a lifelong learner. So at the time when I got into IT, I didn't have a degree. So I just, as far as I said, I had these skills of unarmed combat and stuff. And then, did the certifications, but I didn't find it that interesting, I don't know. So I realized I'm not a technical person, but I did love security, So, and then, because of, I think my first real job was on the verification side. Because now in the digital space, you need to make sure that this is Leslie's. How do you do? You do the checks.
Okay.
So with the banks, it was like issuing a SSL certificate to make sure this is NetBank, for instance, that you're dealing with. So it's verification. So that's a job. Digital world is here. We're in the digital revolution. So you need people to verify that this is this person that you're dealing with. So you need business development. You need sales, because everybody needs it. So you can have a mindset that you can look at where the problems are. Because that's how entrepreneurs anyway start.
Definitely.
As an entrepreneur, you look at where there's a need, and then you solve it through tech and innovation. And you don't necessarily do it yourself. You see the opportunity, but then you go and get the experts and you get people, and you build it together.
Yeah.
And you grow it sometimes with the clients, because you work with the client and you're solving their need. And that's how, also started. I really believe we need more entrepreneurs as well. So that's the only way that we can actually save our country, is if we can create more jobs, And so the entrepreneurs is very well needed, because we can't just rely on government to provide jobs. We need
Yeah, they say the best type of person is one who identifies people that are better than them, and they can make use of those people. And that's usually a great skill to have. So I think my next question would be basically like, what advice would you have for someone maybe who also doesn't have a degree as you started? Because people think you just need a degree to get a job, for example. And for you, you've done so much. You're actually a CEO, and you've started, I think you said something about the digital identity verification.
Yeah, that was in the previous company, LawTrust.
Yeah. Can you please just tell us more about that?
Yeah, we now started LawTrust because LawTrust does all the digital identities on the national ID cards. Wow. So everyone's a client of LawTrust.
Wow, you're big, really big.
Yeah, but I exited that business at the end of 2022. But so when I started LawTrust, I also started my BCom at UNISA because I was like thinking, okay, I have to run this business. I had a financial manager and I didn't know what they say, input bat and output bat and stuff. So I thought, okay, let me do my BCom. And I failed accounting 3 times.
Oh, wow.
My first time I got 18%.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but I had to persevere because I had to get out, because I knew I wanted a business and I wanted to understand the business side of it as well. Eventually I got 71% and I did get my degree, my BCom, after 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so subsequently I've done, I just last week completed an executive program at Oxford.
Oh, wow.
And that was fascinating. I learned so many new things. You can never stop learning, because this one was focused on strategy, strategic finance, as well as leadership. And, leadership in post-COVID in a new world, where everything is, there's no certainties. It's a lot different. You want to work with people. You don't want this old silos of looking down on people and whatever. It doesn't work. You need to work as one team if you're in a business. You have a common goal, and so I think my takeaway would be know yourself. I always thought you have to save yourself. Don't wait around that somebody else is going to save you. It's not going to happen. And by studying, there's a lot of courses these days. It's free online. And by studying, you're actually empowering yourself, because nobody can take your skills or education away from you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there's ChatGPT, YouTube, all that free online education. I feel like, people really need to make use of that. So I think my last question would be maybe to anyone that aspires to be a leader like you. You're a CEO, you're a founder, and like you just recently sold your other company. Like for a female, for example, that's watching, like, what would you say they should focus on? Like, let's say they're still finishing high school, whatever. Did you what you had distractions, of course, but like, what did you focus on to kind of get to the top? What things did you avoid? I'm sure there's a lot. Yeah.
Yes, it's definitely never a smooth ride. I had my first child at 22, very, very young. So,
and you still managed.
Yeah, so I think you have to persevere, and maybe you work harder then because you have you've got responsibilities.
Yeah.
But I think courage is a habit that you need to practice every day. And make that part of your lifestyle. And you have to sacrifice. If you don't sacrifice, you're not going to get anywhere. Things are not going to just come to you. And that's why I was saying, save yourself. Because that's the most important thing. And I still believe it. And even when you start a business, don't think the investors are going to give you money. Don't expect. Don't build your business case and think, okay, now I'm going to get investment. You have to go out there and get it. And read a lot. There's so many case studies and YouTube videos about, how to get finance. To found a lot of founder stories. It's really hard work. You always see just 6 seconds of how quickly and easily they did it. But there's always blood, sweat, and tears behind the scene. Always.
Yeah. Interesting. It was really lovely having you. Thank you very much for the conversation, and make sure you subscribe and tune into the next one.
Same thing to you.
Thank you.